something. Yeah, I know you need your wank cloth.
Oh no!
Book it under the table. What are you on about?
Oh my god.
It's a sock with the ink off.
It's gone down to that level already, hasn't it?
We are back.
Minutes and we've already gone that.
My goal before the beginning of summer is for Dart to call me a 4-letter word beginning with C and ending in unt.
Oh.
Is Evil with us, or is he AFK at the minute? Child wrangling.
I think he's AFK.
No worries. No worries.
Oh, speaking of which, by the way, I am not here next week.
No, that's fine. We will continue to play as long as we're not 2 people down. If we're 2 people down, then we'll park it for the week. Otherwise, if we're just 1 person down, we can continue. Of course, if you're me down, then it's tough shit. But I want to get back to a good cadence. Oh God, for fuck's sake! I've been spending too much time with Americans. I want to get back to a regular week game.
What does that mean?
This is fine. That's not American.
Yeah, it's not too bad, is it?
Never heard that word before.
Regular.
Steady rhythm.
Oh.
Jet. You're not even on the whiskey tonight.
I know. I'm going to need to get some for next week, definitely.
Everybody's gone to 12-year-old red breasts. I love 12-year-old red breast.
Be careful.
I spent a lot of money on 2 double 15-year-olds, and it wasn't actually worth it.
And what?
Oh no!
Sorry, what?
It wasn't worth it.
Okay, well, I'll tell you what is worth it, Zed.
Right.
So I used to, we had a QA team in Cork. So I used to go over there regularly, and I would come back with a bottle of 12-year Redbreast every time. And one time I came back with a 21-year, which was €250.
Oh my god!
It was gigantic. I've only ever done it once, and it was amazing. It was worth every single penny.
Really? Wow!
Nice.
It was really good.
See, I'm sure a year ago that the 21-year-old was down to like 160 quid. And then I checked at Christmas, it was like 200 quid.
Yeah.
Can't you just buy a bottle? Can't you just buy 15 and put it in the cupboard for 6 years?
Well, it is euros as well, so you're going to look at the thingy fee as well. What's it called? Exchange rate.
Yeah, 21-year-old Redbreast is 209 quid from the single malt shop. I like the 27-year-old though. It's a beautiful red bottle. Oh, that looks amazing.
62.50.
A 27-year-old at 506 quid.
Redbreast, 1997, £520.
Wow.
Nice.
If you go to Leeds, they're a lot cheaper than that. They do some weird shit.
Yeah.
Apparently. Sorrento, you're a bit quiet when you talk. We can hear you, but...
Am I? Right, hang on. If I can turn my mic up.
Yeah, we need to know if you're insulting us. Come on.
If you just take it as said that I am, but...
Actually, while I remember, I just need to do a couple of things. 676. So, Sorrento, do you want to set your XP level to 676, please? I've just set yours, Jet.
Okay. Thank you very much. I have no idea. Oh, I see. Right, okay.
Oh, do we have hero points back?
Everybody has a hero point. Yeah, reset your hero points to 1. And let me quickly recap. So, going to recap from the very beginning, just for Sorrento and Jet's perspective. You answered a call for heroes. In particular, Lady Jamandi. I want to call her Jumanji every single freaking time. Lady Jumanji.
Jumanji.
Yeah.
Evening all.
Hello. I'm looking at name actually. What was her surname? Can anybody remember? Dart.
2 seconds. I'll open
Me?
my
Why are you
documents.
asking
It
me?
was,
I'm the one with the-
You're not like Fesser and
It's
Nobrock, which
socially
everybody.
acceptable, Dart. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Yes. So, at the behest of Lady Jamandi Aldori, you answered a call to heroes. You attended her mansion for a banquet. During the time of the banquet, you met some interesting additional characters. The one that you really hated was Tartukio, the gnome.
No. Yeah.
He was a little bit full of himself. You then retired for the night amidst a storm and found yourselves awakened by bandits attacking the mansion. So you called yourselves to arms and fought your way through to the Great Hall and then continued onwards, fighting through the West Wing until you reached the bandit leader, a woman called Volodmira. After defeating Volodmira, you retired for the night, the rest of the night, returned to the banquet hall and were given your charter. Your charter specifically was to make your way across the green belt to Oleg's trading post to assist Oleg, who had requested help in dealing with some bandits. And we begin our little merry band as you have arrived at Oleg's trading post. Before we do that, Storyteller, do you want to introduce your character to everybody?
Have they met me? I see.
I think for the simplistic, I think for the to make it just easy, let's assume that yes, you and Jet's character have travelled with the group.
Okay.
I was happy going with the other one as well, but
Well, we can do the other one. The other one's fine.
Jet,
Do the other one.
Jet and I could have travelled together.
That's what actually. That's a good idea because okay, we'll go with that. So Jet and yourself have arrived at Oleg's just a little bit ahead of the main group.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm playing a minor noble wizard, fairly tall, svelte-looking, black hair, wearing red travelers adventuring clothes with black and gold in. He's we find this he's a wizard by trade. He's a wizard, Harry. He's a wizard by training, but his family are, like I said, lesser nobles, but are predominantly in the diplomatic corps because they won't really get anywhere. They're too far removed from, the line, so they've concentrated predominantly in the diplomatic corps, and that's what his introduction to yourselves has got on it. He's got an introduction where he's been given the task of providing diplomatic assistance and arcane assistance, because he's trained at the magical college in Absalom. He's from Brevoy. Grew up in New Stetvan, is it? On the outskirts, but has spent most of his life from the age of 10, 11 in Absalom, like the better part of a decade in Absalom training. So that's why he's here.
Could I take your name again, please?
Coruscant.
Gotcha.
Family's name's Halmir.
Gotcha. Yeah.
You missed an opportunity to say diplomatic immunity in that.
Jet, are you feeling comfortable to describe your character?
My character will be standing next to Coruscant, hands on his hips, buffing his chest out. He's got a cowboy hat on. He's wielding a short sort of sword in one side and a pistol in the other, and he's just gazing around, looking at everyone, thinking, "What the fuck am I doing here for?" And then And then he'll just look at Coast and say, well, shall we go for a drink?
Well, we've done
See
the
if we go.
we've done the introductions. We will go for a drink at some point, I assume.
Okay.
I'll
So
spy
Coriston,
the tavern and see if we say, let's go to the tavern and have a pint.
yeah. So Coriston, and we'll just call you Jet for this week, Jet,
Yeah,
until
I'll-
you figure your character's name
I
out.
need time to think of name, so.
Yeah, no worries. Why is this not doing what it should have done?
Raining
Ah.
inside though.
I was going to say,
Let's
this
get
is
a roof on this place.
terrible weather inside this place.
Even that, they've had a burst.
No, if you hover over the building, it shouldn't rain inside. It should
No,
not be
we're-
raining inside the building.
It's outside, aren't we?
Oh, it's
Oh,
not.
yeah. outside.
Okay. Yeah.
Black. Do I have to reload it? Let me reload it and see.
No, Jet. Because you're black. Because I haven't added you to the character sheet yet.
Oops.
So I'm gonna put Coriston and Jet inside the main tavern, as you are kind of awaiting. I think is that the building.
I refresh.
yeah.
Apologies. Let me
No
just
worries.
let me just click off that. Go away. That's it. There we go. Go. You go as well. That's it. Oh, it's
Yeah,
raining.
it is. You're in the main hall,
Oh, I see. I see.
warming yourselves by the fire. When you hear the sound of horse hooves and the creaking of a wagon as it is kind of pulled, comes into the into what you can see as a fortified building. A 10-foot high wooden palisade surrounds Oleg's trading post. A watchtower, remnant from the site's original use as a border fort, rises at each corner of the stockade. You can see as you approach, and you know, Coriston and Jet, you'd have seen this as you arrived, but this is more for the main group. As you approach, you'll notice that each of these four towers seem to have signs of catapults on the top of them.
Okay.
The entrance to the palisade appears to be through a 30-foot wide wooden gate.
Is that the south of the map?
That is the south of the map.
So we've entered
yeah.
through here. Okay, fantastic.
Yeah, so as you've come into a large open area. There's a big fire pit and two large trestle tables that kind of ride, that sort of sit either side of that fire pit. The fire pit in the rain is currently spluttering, although it has been stacked high with timber and other flammable materials to try and keep it going.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anyone out and about, or is everyone taking cover from the horrible rain?
Well, as you kind of come in,
as I hear, I'll say this could be who we're expecting,
It could be.
and I'll
Let's
I'll
nosy
make
to
my
the
way-
entrance and have a
make my way
look.
to the door. Not go outside, but make my way to the door.
as you kind of at the same time, two figures also kind of come. Again, Coriston and Jet, you recognise or you know this as Oleg and Svetlana, the owners of Oleg's trading post, and they kind of come to the door and they kind of peer out in the rain, and they see as you come through, and immediately kind of Svetlana, the woman, she kind of rushes forwards. Oh, hello, welcome.
Hello.
Come inside and get out of the rain. We have stew and wine and bread.
What about beer?
We have beer as well. Yes.
More importantly, Svetlana, do we have a stable for my horse? Or our horses?
Hard to say. Yes, it's been a hard trek through so far from Rostov. It's good to see
from
civilization
Rostov.
again.
Oh, are you the aide that we were promised?
Lady, you've got me saying
Jumandi.
Jumandi.
Lady Jumandi. Ah, Lady Jamanda. Yes. Excellent. A patrol came through recently. Oh, a messenger. Sorry, a messenger came through recently to say that a group of adventurers were being sent. We thought it was Master Coriston and Jet, but they told us that they were also waiting for a group led by Sir Barristan. Or is it just Barristan this game? I can't remember.
He is a minor noble, but no, Barristan.
Led by Barristan?
I perhaps wouldn't say led by myself, but my colleagues and I have certainly.
I'll slap you on the
this
back
way
and say,
to
don't sell
assist."
yourself so short. I'll follow you all the way.
Apparently, I've been voted in.
He's not short, is he? He's quite tall.
Barristan's absolutely massive.
Is he?
Yeah.
He's
Like a British house.
broad as a palm, and just about as tall as well. Yeah.
Gotcha.
He's certainly a very tall man for a human, and probably is bigger than. I don't know whether Nagruk would be bigger.
Strength-wise, I'm on a +4.
You're buffer than him for sure.
Probably Nagruk's
I'm
as an orc,
+3.
so yeah. So he's a big chap.
Yes.
Perhaps we should converse inside. This weather's.
Indeed. Come in. You notice that the man is kind of stood at the doorway, just a little bit away, not really offering himself forward.
So would that be Oleg? I'm
That
presuming.
would be Oleg, yes. Well, you can. And she sort of points to the building to the south. That was this one here. This one here. You can store your things in there. There should be enough room for you each to sleep. I apologise. They're bunk beds, but they suffice for most of our guests. And then come join us in the main hall and have some food.
I'm sure they'll be more than comfortable. We appreciate your hospitality.
Indeed, we
Master
do.
Oleg,
Yes.
by your leave.
I've got a question. Do they have pets?
Yeah.
Do they allow your wolf?
Because it's only a small thing.
It is only a small thing. As you kind of,
Pretty much stays by my side at all times.
I was going to say your wolf probably stays by your side. Yeah. She kind of looks at it and she says, "Ma'am, mistress, your wolf isn't allowed inside. You should be able to store it in the storage pen, though, if you want to get it out of the rain, if that's acceptable."
Okay, but it normally it doesn't like being away from my side, so I don't know.
Give me a.
Can I try and intercede and say I've travelled with this wolf for a number of days. It is not a normal wolf. More a hound. Think of it as a hound.
Well, it's not as big as a normal wolf because it's small-ish.
Okay, the first sign of it trying to bite anybody, I will insist on it being moved to the pens. But okay, we'll allow it in this once.
Thank you.
Thank you.
No problem.
Is the current time of day accurate? Is it
Yes, you've arrived early afternoon.
How come we're all riding horses still?
Because I haven't run the macro to
horse?
to dehorse you all.
I just right click on it.
I was about to say, can I right click on it?
Yeah.
Just right click on it and just cancel the horse ride.
Oh,
I do believe, my friend, a beer is in order, and let's find our two new comrades.
Oh yeah, I'm in for the beer, definitely. let's all go to the bar and have a nice pint.
Looking these two up and down, I say,
I'll give you a good look up and down as well, and appraise you.
so these must be
Not in that particular way.
two gentlemen you spoke about. Oh my! This campaign's suddenly derailed into a totally different.
No whiskey, yeah.
Barristan, is it?
It is, yes, Barristan. I offer my hand to the two gentlemen at the door.
I will grab your hand and shake it firmly. Well met.
Good handshake.
My name,
you, is it?
My name is Jet for the moment, but
That's your nickname.
yeah.
My name's Coriston. I believe that's for you, and he hands you a document.
Oh.
It's just an introduction, which tags my basic ledger onto yours. I've been sent to give you advisement and aid.
Oh, fantastic! It is good to have your company.
Mm.
Anyone who Lady Jamandi vouches for, I'm sure will be welcome company.
You flip it over and it says, "Lady Jamandi does not vouch for this for the bearer."
Please execute these two.
They are traitors to Pride.
Wanted dead or alive.
She, Svetlana kind of disappears into the kitchen. Is the kitchen? Yeah, the kitchen's in here. Oh, actually, into the storeroom / kitchen, and then she comes back a few minutes later and she gestures into this room here and she says, "I apologise. It's not a huge room. I think we can accommodate the 6 of you. The hound will need to lie on the floor, of course. But I and she's kind of bearing a tray with a jug with some foaming ale in it, a bottle of wine, some bread, some cheese, and some meats. And she says,
I look a little sheepish. I apologise. We have limited coin. I appreciate your hospitality, but this is too much.
"Oh well. Let's get to that. We sent for assistance from Restov. We had asked for some aid in dealing with a small bandit problem that we have. If you are indeed the aid that we've been sent, then consider this meal a small token of our gratitude for what is surely to be a challenging few days ahead."
Well, thank you very much.
Well, it's gratefully
Indeed,
received.
I shall give her a flourishing bow and say thank you, Svetlana.
I noticed there are fortifications around the trading post. Is that in response to the bandits, or?
No. This is they've been here before. We found this place. It's a bit of a ruin. We accepted a charter several years ago now to kind of convert an old border fort into a place of trade and rest. Something that people that were travelling through the stolen lands could aim for, and to kind of seek some solace and peace behind some sturdy walls. We've spent the last sort of year or so renovating it to the best of our ability. Unfortunately, the siege engines on the top of the towers have proven to be a little bit beyond our capability, and we hoped that they would be more of a deterrent than something we could physically use. It seems to have not been the case.
Do you have any other guards here other than yourselves, or just yourself and your husband, I presume?
We are it, yes. Yeah.
So what's about these bandits that you're having problems with?
Well, please sit and eat, and Oleg and I will we'll try and explain the situation. They first visited it about 3 months ago. Many of them, a dozen or so, led by a cloaked man armed with a bow, and a woman who seemed to pride herself on the 2 hatchets that she carried. they threatened to burn us down, chase us out, do horrible things to us if we didn't hand over everything, the goods, the trade goods and the furs that we'd accumulated from the wandering hunters and trappers that kind of pass through here on a regular basis. We felt we had no need. The bandits have returned twice more, each within an hour of sunrise on the first day of the month. Ooh, okay, that isn't going to work, is it? Let me just fast forward the time a little bit, everybody.
Is it the day or two before the first day of the month now?
It is the day before the first day of the month, yeah. It's going to roll a lot of dice, so I apologise. And it's going to set the weather as well. So it is sunny. Yeah, so right now it is it is the 31st of Abadius. What did she say? They always arrive sunrise on the first day of the month. Yes, sorry, I missed that earlier. I meant to set that. Yeah, so she kind of looks at. She says, well, "If they're true to their mark, they'll be here tomorrow." The first time that they came, as I said, they brought about a dozen of them, led by this cloaked man with a bow and a woman with hatchets. It was the woman who did the majority of the talking on the first trip. Her black sense of humour, coupled with the way she smiled when she spoke of the fate that we would befall us if we didn't do what they want. The woman seems particularly sharp, observant. The man more crude, foolish in his behaviour. The first time we encountered them, she nearly cut off poor Oleg's right hand with one of her hatchets. She was just toying with him, making him feel scared, but yes. Instead, she grabbed my wedding ring, tossed it to one of her men as payment for not shortening Oleg's reach, I think was the word she used. On the second and third visits, only the crude hooded man has accompanied the bandits. Second time he came with just 6, the third just 4. I suspect they think that we are poor, helpless individuals. Nobody will come to our aid and are completely cowed.
Well,
hopefully tomorrow
will play in our favour.
Indeed.
Yes, indeed. As I say, I'm expecting them just before sundown tomorrow, so at least you've come in time to prepare. We'll leave it to you to decide how to handle them. We just want the problem gone so we can get back to providing the aid and the care to our travellers and guests who come through here. Aye. If we can kill them on the grounds, I'm going to hang them from the palisades as a warning to anybody else that would come near us. It's kind of the first time you've heard Oleg say anything.
Friend Oleg,
I mean, I think that fits with the writ, doesn't it? They're supposed to be hung.
Yeah.
Mm.
A fitting end to them, I would say, Oleg. Not a bad warning to any other bandits who think they can take advantage of you.
I will say, though, neither me nor the wife are soldiers. We're not fighting folk, so that's why we ask for the aid. Hope you understand. It's not that we don't. It's not through a lack of wanting to help and willingness to help. It's more we're not sure we can be of help.
No, senseless sacrifice helps nobody. Your presence here, providing succor and rest for travellers in this land, will certainly be of more help than trying to fight bandits.
And it is it's a very homely place you have here as well. And if you have some boards made up to hang on the bodies that say failed to pay their bill, it may help in your services.
Oh my god.
Oleg smiles.
Yeah, Barristan's going to give you a little smirk on that one as well. Pretending not to. But.
Yeah.
Kind of after explaining all that, she kind of Svetlana goes, just call if you need anything else. We'll leave you to whatever preparations you want. Feel free to explore and look around. As I said, we're expecting them. Don't know how many. Hopefully less than the last time. But we are expecting them just before sundown tomorrow evening.
Is there one way into this
sunrise,
place?
isn't it? Sunrise.
Sundown.
Tomorrow.
There's only one entrance and exit to this place.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Do you normally let them in, or
They've threatened to burn. They've threatened to burn the gates down if we haven't. So yes, we've always welcomed them in.
perhaps if we can allow them entry, we can ambush them and prevent their escape?
That's what I
We
was
will need to take
thinking
one or
as
two
well,
alive though to find out where they're
based.
venturing from.
We can also have horsemen on the outside, hidden in the woods, and they can come in and hit from behind.
What's the terrain outside? Is it just dirt?
It is. Yeah, it's mostly just plains.
It's been cut back when it was a border fort, so it'll be low-lying
Of course, it will,
grasses and shrubs and stuff.
Okay. Yeah, gotcha.
Yeah, it's described as plains and open terrain, so travel is pretty
relatively easy.
So
we could potentially ride horses. Do they have horses? Actually, that's a good question.
So she has one horse in the stable. You'll have put your horses in the stable as well. The bandits usually arrive on horseback. And then she said every time they've watched them, they've always gone out to the south.
Is anyone good with a bow or?
I am.
I think I've seen one of those before in my travels, but I've yet to see one up close.
Oh, what? Crossbow? Well, no, I mean, cowboy.
Does Jet have a pistol? Did he say?
Yeah, it has a pistol.
Say something out of character.
Rare.
I have a longbow.
What the range is of the pistol?
I can't remember if they're rare. Yeah, they are rare. Typically, I think they're rare. Yes. Go on, Dart. You wanted to say something?
Back at the main town, I would have wanted to bought some barding for my wolf. It cost 10 gold, but I didn't have enough money, so I was wondering if I could take it out of the party stash.
I have no issues.
I've got no problem.
Yeah, there is.
Thought that got distributed.
Yeah, I thought it didn't get spread around us.
No, it's just always in there.
Stash. We shouldn't have 50 gold in there, should we?
No, I think this is meant to not be there unless it's added.
No, I have 3 gold, 4 silver, and 0 copper. My total wealth is 29 gold.
I never got any money from the party stash being distributed.
Yeah, everybody got 7 gold that was added. I've just taken all the gold out for now. We'll assume that you don't have any at this point in time, and you've arrived with just some silver.
Okay, so do I have the barding or not?
No.
Okay.
Not at the moment.
It's only 1 extra AC anyway, I suppose.
Okay. Let me go back to Alex trading post. Okie doke. So she kind of busies herself. She'll bring some more ale and things to you as you kind of start to think about your plan. Ultimately, they're quite happy for you to wander around. You will discover that there are a couple of so this room here, so this door here, just leads to an office. This one is locked. This one leads to the sort of the kitchen area and the storeroom. Technically, this one would probably be locked, but that's their bedroom. And then this kind of little area. They're hosting you in here on the basis that it was raining outside, but now it's not raining. So you'll find that actually most of the food and things is served outside, outside the fire pit.
Any other guests here that we've come across?
You are the only ones here at the moment. The 6 of you.
Perhaps I'm going to take just a little walk of the.
Yeah.
I'm going to take a walk at the ramparts to have a look at the ramparts, the palisade to check out.
I'm going to just look around because.
I mean, actually, this place is pretty well fortified.
Oh,
it is,
isn't it?
I'm
to
stuck
Russia.
underneath Olaf.
Say again.
Good.
You're,
I'm stuck
Sorry.
underneath Olaf. He's on top of my icon.
You can move with
There
the
you
SAD, by the way. As well.
You can. Oh, I can move with the. Right. Sorry.
Arrow keys RWASD. Yeah.
okay, so as you're kind of examining the battlements, say they're about 10-foot high wooden palisade. The gate itself is 30 foot wide, but it has a fairly thick wooden gate that does have a bar on it that you can kind of place over top of the bar to kind of lock it from the inside. The towers aren't, they're still only 10 foot. They're not higher than the rest of the palisade. The actual where was it? I thought I'd seen it somewhere. The actual catapults on there are in a broken and run down state.
Cool, so we might have time to repair them if we feel they'll be useful.
I think our best bet might be to get them to come in, shut the gate on them so they can't get out.
Yeah.
But I think probably Medi's point of having a horse or two handy to chase if one gets away.
I like the idea of getting them in and trapping them, but they could set fire to shit, and then we haven't done a very good job.
Well, if they turn up really mob handy, we don't think we can take them, then yes, I would agree. But if we can take them, I think they can.
Well, if they have torches, just chuck a bucket of oil over them.
Or oil.
I mean, or we could just stab them so hard that they bleed the torches out.
I mean, we have a killing zone as they come in through the gate in the courtyard.
I climb on the roof.
That's what I'm thinking. We get them in here for whatever shakedown they're going to do, because they'll obviously come in to have a look around and check for any more loot and supplies, right?
And Coriston could just fireball them from a distance.
I'd like to climb onto the roof, please.
What are the pits we can see in the northwest?
Yeah, I wonder what they were.
Give me a athletics roll, Dart, to climb onto a roof.
I'm just thinking which is the best roof to climb onto.
Well, I think it's a bit early. But...
Oh, yeah, that's good.
Well, why don't you go?
The pits at the back are midden pits.
Oh, okay. Shit pits.
They are approximately 3 foot deep shit pits, yeah.
Lovely.
Does anybody have any kind of law battle, law strategy?
Law
warfare. Give me law warfare rolls, please.
Where would I look for this? Sorry.
So, good point, Jet. On your character sheet, there's a bunch of tabs. So the first one is called is character, then it's actions. You've got one called proficiencies, yes.
Yeah,
so you don't. Yeah, so if you had it, your law skill is city, and actually your law skill would be rest of. So you effectively have spent a lot of your time in and around Restov, which is the nearest city. So I've just changed that. Okay.
Good to know.
Nagruk. Barristan. The siege weapons in front of you are definitely, they're catapults. You can definitely see that they are broken and in a bad state of repair. You just can't figure out what you would need to do to actually repair them. And as you're kind of staring at one, Nagruk comes up and goes, shit, they are. That's going to take weeks to fix. And so, Nagruk, from your perspective, you could fix them, absolutely, but you think each one is going to take 2 to 3 weeks minimum, assuming you've got the necessary parts to fix. They are just not functional at all.
Well, these are fucked. We've got no use here whatsoever.
I was hoping that might be more salvageable, but I think you might be right, Nigrook.
I mean, we could drop them on people's head as they walk through the gate.
Well,
Barristan
Barristan
nodding
probably
along
could,
to the
but
idea, and then
you...
he was just like, "How would we? No, we can't. We can't drag them over there. We haven't got time for that. Surely." I mean, I love the idea. I've seen a few of those go wrong in my time, and yeah, the operators certainly don't stand much of a chance. So if we can position it near the door and make it fail.
All things that can be done.
Do you think that, Barristan and Nigrook, do you think that maybe if we took them down, we could use them as a barricade, if need be?
Are they
Or that'd be,
mobile?
to be
There's
fair...
a cart here as well in the courtyard.
That's my cart.
My only concern with that is I think we don't want to visibly scare them off until they're in.
That's true. I was just thinking the same thing myself.
We don't want to tip them off that we're here.
Are you
I
sure
like the
that's
idea of
your
ambushing
cart?
them.
Well, they come through. We close. We're hidden to the left and the right, and then when they come in, and then somebody closes the door behind them, who maybe is up on the palisade.
Yeah, but how does the door close? Is it a swing door, or does it slide?
Is that massive?
The main door. They're two 15-foot by 10. Well, probably 15-foot by 8-foot doors that sit inside the frame. In fact, no, there's no walkway across them, so they are 10-foot by 30-foot wide doors.
And they open out.
And they open inwards. Yeah, they would open inwards, and then you would push them in, and then bar them.
It's a shame if they open outwards, we could attach rope to them and pull them
Is
close
that a
behind
massive
them.
tree out front of the front door?
That is just
it's
just a cover over top of the thing. Yeah.
Okay.
Gotcha.
So
In that
need to
case,
wait for them to get in, push a cart across the entrance to block them off and massacre them.
No, just push the doors closed, don't we?
How quickly could we close the doors?
Well, we should wait until they get into the main courtyard.
Let's practice.
Because there's the training post bit, isn't it?
That's the fun.
You could stealth behind each door. As they come in, the ones that are stealth could push the doors closed.
Yep.
Well, I'll stay over here.
Because what we do
What
is
sort
we
of
wait till they
cover
come over here.
do these palisade things have? Are they like?
I would say, looking at it, they're probably not quite 5 foot wide. They're probably something like 3 foot wide, enough for a single person to walk along. In terms of cover, they're probably at about 8 foot, so maybe 2 foot height between the. So it's not a huge cover. You can
get under it then.
You could definitely get under it. Yes.
Okay. Because we could maybe stack some. I don't know whether there's any crap around, a bit of hay or something like either side of here, and then we could have people hidden under the walkways, ready to come out.
Well, the reality is it's not that far. We could hide behind the buildings in the corners, and as soon as they come through and go in and start talking to Oleg and Svetlana, just make our way towards the gates along this southern wall.
Can I just say that the important thing...
We'll be over that way.
The important thing is the gates are open inwards, so you can use the gates to hide behind.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I was thinking.
Yeah, but you want them to come into the courtyard, don't we? Just
well, we do, yeah, but that's the point. We'll keep ourselves scarce.
Close the gates, bar the gate, yeah, and then we come behind them.
I think my stealthy's. I think I've got a stealthy character.
You have. Your character's quite stealthy, yes.
So I could hide behind one of the doors.
I quite want to hide behind one of the other doors so I can stick my shield up and stop them coming out again.
Yeah, as long as we're all inside, we're fine. If somebody stays outside, we need somebody in the palisades to jump over.
Hey Zed, I can't see what my wolf sees. He's line of sight.
Probably can't.
Alright.
Can you see through your wolf's eyes?
There you go, Dark. Now you can.
Oh, great, thanks.
Never ask the DM a question. Not be ready for the answer. Yeah, I hadn't realised I'd not enabled it for you, Dart, so I've done that.
I just told my wolf to stay here behind this wall.
Well, we've got a night to sleep, right?
You got a night to sleep?
A
And a
day
day
to
to plan. Yeah, prepare. Practice closing the door as fast as we can.
Is there anything we do want to prepare, like other than?
Are there any
we're
provisions
jumping out on them?
that they have that we can use at all?
Any what? Sorry,
provisions like oil flasks and things like that. Because I think if they walk in,
We don't want to burn down oil exposed.
No, true. But if you put straw on the floor and cover it with oil, put oil first, and then straw on the floor.
In the middle of this wooden
Yeah,
fort.
it would distract them, though, wouldn't it?
It bloody well would, yeah.
And if we buy some sausages, we can have a barbecue after it.
You know the requirements of fire, though, don't you? You know, oxygen, fuel. You're creating all of those.
Yes.
Yeah. One of the things that your character has is a feat called. Where are your feet?
Pyromaniac by the sounds.
Yes.
You have a feat called Munitions Crafter, and a feat
that one as well.
I do.
Alchemical, yeah, which gives you alchemical crafting. So you know how to make 5 daily consumables. So if you look at the on the top of your character sheet, the hammer icon, which is crafting, you'll see that you have the recipes for alchemist fire, ammunition, star grenade, black powder, and sling bullets. They're called sling bullets, but they're the bullets that you use in your pistol.
Gotcha. Right.
And so you can drag. I did this just as a test, but you can drag the sling bullets, alchemist fire, anything you want. You can drag from your known formulas up into the advanced alchemy.
And 20 slots, yeah.
Yeah, and then hit the perform daily crafting. Some of it does cost money, though, so just bear that in mind. Right now, you don't have a lot of cash, so I'm not sure you have enough to build a bunch of alchemist fire, for example.
Right. Well, I've no idea what each of these items do, so I will, in that case, could somebody recommend something for me to use, or shall I just go for sling bullets? Because bullets are very useful.
You've got 24 of them on you already.
Oh, it's nice to have a lot more, because I'm a quick shot.
Like 124.
Well, you can only make 4 at a time. That's your problem. What you can do. Yeah, so you can only make 4 at a time. You can make it multiple times. So I think if I go unprepare,
Is it actually 4 bullets, or is it 4?
Lots of 10.
4 batches, because bullets go in 10s, don't
they? So I read something specific about this. 1 second. I thought it said. Specifically, it is. Hang on, it was up. It was easier to do it this way. You gain the use of advanced alchemy benefits to create a number of daily consumables equal to 4 plus half your level. These consumables must be bombs or alchemical. When crafting alchemical ammunition, including black powder in doses or rounds using advanced alchemy, you create the ammunition in batches of 4.
Yeah, so that's a batch of 4. So but the individual item is a 10. So if you created 4 arrows, that each individual lot of arrows is 10.
It says sling bullets 10, quantity 10.
Yeah.
So
okay, so
see what you mean. Cost. So how much money have I got? That's the question. Where do I?
Not a lot.
How much it cost?
You have 4 gold, 4 silver, 0 copper at the moment.
4 gold, so I'm going to be limited to the level 2 stuff, which is going to be basically either the black powder or the sling bullets, I think, then, into.
Yeah.
And the black powder will give me 4. Again, I'm not sure what this all does. So
How
let's say
much would you need to do alchemical fire?
Well, it's 12 gold. I haven't got the money for it.
Oh, Christ, 12 gold, yeah.
No, it's not. It costs you, hang on, it costs you 12 gold because it's making 4 of them.
Oh, I see. So I can actually reduce that down. Oh, I see. Right. So if you make 1, I can make 1 of them.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking I'd be better off actually going for the level 2 stuff. Lots of bullets.
If I gave you 3 gold, would you make at least 1?
If you give me 3 gold, I'll make 2.
Okay.
I've got a wet pussy on my desk.
Oh my god.
Moist.
No, he's wet. He's soaked.
Looking like a moist minge.
Yeah.
Except this is a wet cat, and he smells like it.
Okay, let me transfer. Can I transfer 3? Can you transfer 3 gold to Jet, please, for me? For my.
And then,
thank you.
And then, do I therefore click on the craft icon? Then let's just wait.
Yeah, so click on the craft icon. So you're spending the rest of the day making this stuff. So if you want to, so hit the. Hang on, no, don't hit the craft icon.
Hey.
So what we do is you want to create alchemical fire, right? Alchemist fire.
Yep. 6 gold.
So drag that up to the top where you've got advanced alchemy, and then just hit.
The hammer icon, the craft.
Well, you say you wanted to? Yeah. So no, Sorrentine, you make sling bullets in batches of 4 bullets, not 10 blocks of 4.
It's sling bullet. You said sling bullets, didn't you? So
yeah,
they come in 10 though. So it's a different bullet.
No, I'm literally looking at the incremental here.
Yeah.
Each slot lets you make 4 of them. Or lets you make 1 of whatever it is you're making. I've just lost what I'm doing. So sling bullets. There we go.
Yeah.
So because he's only level 1, he only can make 4 at a time. Unless he uses additional. So if you wanted to make 12 of them, you would use 3 of your total crafting slots for the day to make 12 bullets, and then you would use a next slot to make the alchemist fire.
Okay, so do I click on perform daily crafting for that?
Click on perform daily crafting.
Okay. It says complete. So I take it that in my inventory I should have. Okay, I've got alchemist fire lesser.
Yeah.
So does that mean that I only use the 3 gold then?
Yes.
So right. Well, I'll pass the 3 gold back to. What was your character's name, Eddie?
Gary.
Gary. Gotcha. Right, Gary. So I'll pass the 3 gold back to Gary and say thank you very much, but I didn't need it in the end. Very kind of you.
Just delete it because I've not had 3 gold put on yet, so take it off me. Sorry.
Oh right, okay. So let's go into. How do I?
And then you want to give the alchemist fire to Gary, yeah?
Yep. So how do I?
Well,
okay, I can do that.
Who would be better at throwing them myself?
You keep it and throw it, Medi.
Okay.
All right. Okay, so that's you. You basically go off into the storeroom and spend the rest of the day hammering and shaping and bashing and
let's just change that to 3.
crafting a bunch of bullets and some alchemical fire, which you kind of stick in a bottle.
Okie dokie.
And hand that over to Garin. Anybody else want to do anything for the rest of the day? We'll move to the following day and and see what happens.
No, I'm literally practicing my songs.
It goes very dark. Look at how dark it's got. Very dark.
Rain's back.
Bastard.
Better position myself behind one of the doors then.
We're just sleeping at the moment.
Okay. Anything else you want to do? So there is, so for instance, there is a cart with a load of hay in it. You can definitely make stealth checks to hide under the parapet and round corners and things, and just basically wait for whatever happens.
I think I'm going to wait behind a door, so I'll push one side of the door closed.
I personally think...
Alex suggests that maybe you let the bandits... So he said normally what happens is the bandits come in, they will mock them, demand the goods, their taxes, and then he says we will bring out the goods for them, and they will load it up onto their horses. And he said maybe when they start doing that, that could be a good point to ambush them.
That sounds... This is plenty of time to close the doors behind them. But what I also suggest is moving this cart full of hay out of the way if we can be chucking fire and things around.
I can't physically move it out of the way on the map. It is there on the map. But yes, you can put it wherever you want.
Yeah.
So the plan is, sorry, I was AFK for a few minutes, is to...
So we wait for them to come in. They talk to...
Oleg and Svetlana.
Exactly. Yeah. They go and get the goods. Or we could get them, we could attack them while they're getting the goods. That way at least Oleg and Svetlana are out of the way.
Yes, that's a good point.
Because they'll be watching the door, won't they?
Where do they get the goods from? Is it the barn or the storage house?
Normally they just stack it on the nearest on this bench.
They might only want one of them to go and get the goods. They might be suspicious if both disappear.
Oh, perhaps then a couple could hide in each of these places around them, and a couple by the doors, and then we basically surround them and mother them. Yeah.
Yep.
Well, I mean that still leaves an opportunity for them to see me and Jet. So me and Jet will need to figure out some way of hiding, like in a pile of hay or something.
Maybe in the hay cart.
You can't.
Can't we hide behind the actual
doors? As well?
Your doors, yeah, your doors.
Yep.
Okay. Because I'm going to make noise if I try and hide. I'm not a stealthy dude, but
just stand behind the door. Yeah.
Do you need oiling?
I'm hiding down behind these parapets over here.
Or hide in our accommodation and burst out the door.
I mean, I've also got to try and... Well, we have to try and close the doors as well. Let's not forget.
Yeah.
Yes, it's true.
So if Jet and I are doing the doors, somebody else is going to need to try and close it and go somewhere else.
Well, if I stay with you guys, I can try and put the bar across when you close it.
What does that leave?
Or failing that,
Barristan and Jet.
Failing that, I'll be by the ship pits with my bow and alchemist fire out.
And Amber as well. There's a few of us now. I mean, we need to... I'm going to suggest that Oleg and Svetlana, as soon as this kicks off, immediately flee back into their house.
Oh god, yeah.
I don't think they come much past the fire pit, if at all. Let them come to.
Oleg should not help us. Svetlana should definitely not help us. We make that very clear to them.
Keep the NPCs alive. Otherwise, the quest doesn't have somebody to hand it into.
But we do have a free bar.
It's more that they are non-combatants in this situation.
They are, yes.
We're used to taking a few knocks, and if one of the two of us go down, that's all right. We know what we're doing. Or at least I do.
I was going to say, I don't do this take some knocks business.
I know Nagruk knows his way around, some gut string and the needle.
And most hobbits.
Nigrut knows his way around gut string, needle, and a bottle of whiskey to pour
Exactly.
on the open wound.
And that's all I need to get me back up, and then I'll sort myself.
I'm not a combat medic anymore.
You're not.
Hang on, who has risky healing?
Nobody has risky surgery right now, I don't think.
Oh,
Not
No, I
God.
don't think I've got it yet. Yeah.
Sounds like everybody's got risky healing.
Everybody's literally everybody's got risk healing right now. That's all the kind of healing we know.
Doesn't it?
Actually, speaking of which, have we distributed the potions?
It's a good point. Yeah.
I've got one. I've got 2 lessers on me at the moment. Based on experience,
Nice,
I
nice,
dropped
right,
like a
one
sack
on.
of fucking potatoes.
There you go.
My stash has 4 healing potions, Lasser.
Yeah,
So
terrible.
our new companion should definitely take 1 each. They don't.
I
if they're
don't
not-
seem to have the formula
bad
for a healing
healing
potion anymore. Unless it was my other character I'm thinking of.
You don't seem to have what, sorry?
No, sorry, I thought I had the crafting for a healing potion, but I don't. Maybe I'm thinking of my other wizard.
You are thinking of your other character, yes.
I just realised my wolf doesn't have stealth on it. So I can't
There you go.
I can't hide.
Oh, no, you can hide. He's just not great at it.
Oh, yeah, but how do I roll for the wolf though? Because I don't have any options in the its character sheet.
It'd just be a dex roll, wouldn't it?
Yeah, just be straight dex roll. Okay, have you kind of sorted your plan out?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. We
Okay.
just need to agree positions. Where are we going to be? So I think Nigruk and Jet are in position.
I've taken myself into the barn. My plan being that as soon as it kicks off in some shape or form, I will exit the barn, get myself behind that cart, and try and be useful in some way or shape or form.
I'm going to be between the 2 buildings here, stealthy as possible, as quiet as possible, staying out of the way so they
Okay.
can't see me. And when it starts, I will move forward. Alchemist Fire will go first.
I'm taking cover, which means I can get. I think.
You're taking cover up in the on the top of the tower, the palisade. Yeah, that's no problem. Okay. All right. So throughout the day, you feel the tension in the Olegs begin to build up as we creep closer and closer towards.
Am I
Understand.
able to swap spells out if I want?
Yes, because you would have had a rest the night before. So if anybody wants to do that, by all means, swap your spells out.
One of them's going to be Dismiss Cat.
Yeah.
Yes, he's a lump.
How big is this catapult?
I need to put a rest in, don't I?
The one that I thought is actually level 2.
Oh,
Thought
thank
would
you.
really
I
handy.
thought-
Would this catapult be lesser standard or greater cover?
It would be standard. There you go.
Oh, I'll just put it on as well.
Unfortunately, is somebody just taking a rest?
Sorry,
Sorry,
yeah,
I
I had
did
to get
too.
rested.
Which means you've just negated the alchemical fire because it only lasts for a day.
Does that rest only work for me though?
Don't know
No,
what did Garen
I
do.
clicked to rest as well. When you said rest, I thought, I had best rest as well.
Okay.
So,
Which means it advances time for everyone when someone clicks rest.
It would appear so, yeah. Or it would trigger a rest for everybody by the looks of things. I'm also Yeah, it has. Well, it hasn't done because it hasn't killed. No, Coruscant was fine. I think it's the fact that Medi did it as well, and the items that he was carrying effectively expire, which is a bit. But the way this crafting system works, they seem to expire at the end of it. So you don't have. So what I'll do, Medi, is I will give you a single alchemist fire.
Oh, sorry and thank you.
Yeah, the ones that are done under daily preparations last until the next daily preparation.
Yeah,
they're not permanent. So I need to put my mystic armor back on.
There you go. All right. Have you cast all the spells that you need to cast in prep?
Need to put
Question. Oleg will tell you that normally he leaves the gates open. Are you going to have the gates closed or leave them open?
Open.
Open. And once they, so what's the trigger for us closing the gate? We need to get that timing right. I mean, they have to all be in the courtyard.
All be in, and then I guess starting to load up there.
Well, yeah, when they get to there and the goods are on the table, then we Oleg and Svetlana are out the way. So what is the actual right? Let me run this through again so I get right my own head. They come in, then Oleg and Svetlana load up the table full of goods.
I think they've laid up the table.
It's already laden up, is it?
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
In which case, there's no reason for Oleg or Svetlana to come out, is there?
Well,
they'll tell you that they'll tell you that they're expected to be out, and if they're not out, it will look suspicious.
Okay.
But we need them to get back into the building quickly.
Yeah.
Once they start. So the trigger is once they start loading up the goods. Gates close. Massacre.
Indeed.
Yeah. Okay. Everybody give me perception rolls.
Everybody.
Okay.
Yeah, everybody.
Perception.
Oh, it's nearly a 19, you motherfucker.
Where's perception? Perception.
So if you open up your scroll on the your character sheet on the left-hand side, halfway down, there is a section called Perception, and you should have a little picture of a D20 there. You can roll that.
It's not proficiencies then.
Where are you looking? No. On the left-hand side of your character sheet.
And side. Oh, yes, gotcha.
Yeah, the red section that stays the same.
And then.
Is our ranger too far away? Is she going to be she going to be able to see over the roof?
Yeah, I think so. I don't know what's.
Well, I can't actually see over the roof. But
oh, I see. Gotcha. And then we will
be able to, shouldn't I?
So, Jack, if you look at the top left-hand corner, you should have your character's name up there.
Yes.
Under attributes, you'll find perception. A perception skill under there above your saves.
I've clicked on perception.
So not your character sheet on the actual screen. You've got that
main screen.
There should be like your name at the top left-hand corner, and then there's strikes, actions, inventory, feats, spells.
Gotcha. Oh, I see. Right, gotcha.
So,
yep.
It's just a quick tab of getting through your character sheet.
Well,
so
thank you very much.
Under attributes, you've got perception right at the bottom. Under initiative, you normally roll perception for your initiative, but you can do other things like if you're going into a combat and you're deceiving somebody, you could actually roll for initiative using deception, and then all your skills are next to that and stuff. So
right. Okay.
So just got a message from somebody. A guy I used to work with, diagnosed with leukemia in October, died yesterday.
Oh shit!
So pretty quick. That's pretty quick. Yeah, not quite my age, but certainly in his, I would say in his late 30s, early 40s. So.
Oh god,
not that old. Not that old. Anyway, okay. Tell you what? Shall we take a 10-minute break?
Mm-hmm.
And then we'll come back and probably roll something for initiative.
It is something, Jet. Just before you go.
Yeah.
On your character sheet, make sure you've got your ammunition against your weapon.
Loaded.
Otherwise, you're not loaded, and you'll have to do it.
I think that's already. I think
done it?
by the
Right,
I think next to his pistol, under.
First the land of Golarion, where the tales unfold, with Barristan the cleric, with magic to behold. Garin the bard, with songs from the soul, and Durak the druid, with secrets untold. Every story's so grand, with friends and foes, together we stand, exploring the wilds through thick and thin. In this epic quest, let the adventure begin. Oh. The swashbuckler, daring and bright, Nurgle the fighter, fierce in the fight, and Ember the rogue, with skills that thrill. Together they embark on an epic ordeal. And trials, we shall prevail. With our kingdom rising, we will never fail. From the stolen lands to the throne we claim, Pathfinder Kingmaker will make our name. Oh, oh. From the stolen lands to the throne we claim. First the land of Golarion, where the tales unfold, with Barristan the cleric, with magic to behold. Garin the bard, with songs from the soul, and Durak the druid, with secrets untold. Every story's so grand, with friends and foes, together we stand, exploring the wilds through thick and thin. In this epic quest, let the adventure begin. Oh. The swashbuckler, daring and bright, Nurgle the fighter, fierce in the fight, and Ember the rogue, with skills that thrill. Together they embark on an epic ordeal. And trials, we shall prevail. With our kingdom rising, we will never fail. From the stolen lands to the throne we claim.
Alright, how are we doing?
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Who is it?
Hello.
I can't put
Hello, hello.
pet.
Nighthawk, calling London.
Zed, I can't put cover on mine, even though I use it on the actual go covery me
What can't you put cover on?
pet.
Why not?
I click the apply effect and nothing happens.
Don't you have to drag it onto the dog? Wolf.
No, because it asks me if I want lesser, greater, or normal standard. And if I'd use the take cover, it actually says I can use greater cover if the normal cover is normal. Or something like that. If you have standard cover, you
There you
instead get greater cover, it says.
There you go. Alright, is everybody back?
Oi.
Aye. Okay. So it gets towards nightfall. Those of you whose perception check exceeded 17 hear the sound of horses, and they gradually get closer. So you've probably got a minute or so if there's anything you want to do to adjust yourselves. If not, the horses continue to get close.
Well, let's say I'm going to hide with a raised shield.
And I've got that alchemist fire in my hand.
Okay.
Can I take cover in like behind this door and peek out?
You can absolutely take cover behind the door and peek out, yeah. And then you watch as a single horse with a man atop the horse rides in. I'm not gonna put him on. And then three other horses. Well, you won't necessarily know three other horses, but some horses kind of park outside, and then at the gate you'll see three more figures armed with bows. So they are so they have short bows and then a dagger at their hip, and they kind of come in on foot with their bows kind of just in one hand loose, and then the guy on the horseback will kind of ride the horse up to about here, and then he jumps off the horse. I see you're ready for us this time, Oleg. And he kind of, for the next minute or so, he just kind of disparages Oleg and Svetlana, reminding them of the kind of things that they would suffer if they failed to pay their taxes. And at that point, he gestures to his men, who all gather around the horse, and they begin to load up.
When I saw them come in, Zed, did I see anyone else coming beyond here?
Give me a perception check.
I will try.
Out of interest, do they put their bows on their shoulders, on their backs, whilst they're...
Yeah, they've slung their bows on their shoulders, so that they can use both hands. Yes.
That's a no, but I've just realised I can also do a blind one like that.
Yeah. Okay. You don't see anything else beyond the gates, no.
I do. Well, I should be able to. I just see horses.
You do if you wish to stand up. I'm assuming you're taking cover amongst the ballista itself, and you're crouched down. If you want to stand up and reveal yourself, you can absolutely look over the palisade.
Is there a crack in the door? I don't mean that in a rude way, but I mean, is there like a crack at the side? Yeah,
it would be a very tiny crack, yes. And you can peer through it, you won't see anything.
Okay.
And if they are beginning to load their stuff now,
That's
They
the
are,
trigger.
yes.
We close the door.
I'm going to raise my shield, and then I will engage them.
Okay. So, as Sorental mentioned earlier, this is a unique combat in that, if you noticed, I've not asked anybody to roll for stealth or anything like that. You may choose your skill to roll for initiative. So, for instance, Nagruk, and I've put you as the token is called the man with no name, which I think is quite funny.
Yeah.
You can both use stealth as an example if you chose, or you can use perception. Again, the same with anybody else can use stealth or perception because effectively you're all hiding. If there's an alternative skill you choose to use, let me know what it is and why.
My stealth and perception is the same.
Yeah. Actually, well, I'm hiding, so I assume it should be stealth. To be fair.
Yeah.
You don't have to.
So that's my role.
Cool.
There you go, nice. And so if you notice, Jet, where on your character sheet where your stealth is, and again, if you've used the thing at the top, under your attributes, you've got an initiative section and you can choose anything, but it defaults to perception. On your character sheet, you have a section below your perception, which is initiative, which is also defaulting to perception, but you can change that drop down to whatever skill you want. As we go then, Barristan, so as a group, Barristan, then Corriston, then Garin, then the bandits start to react. So Barristan, you're up first.
Question before we do that. My companion doesn't roll for initiative, is that correct?
It was on your turn.
So I don't have to roll for initiative for that?
No.
Correct. You choose to use one of your actions to direct your companion.
Okay.
All right.
Later on, you can interweave it within any of your actions in your turn as well. It doesn't
Can I
have
still
to be
have it
all-
that he moves by my side at all times, or is it just I can't do that?
I'll take a read for next session, Dart, so I'm a bit more familiar with how they work, because I ditched my Pathfinder character with a companion because it wasn't getting used.
But during combat, you give it up its turn and it moves. So you give it. You have to give up one of your actions for it to do anything, unless it's further on and it's advanced. When you get independent and it gets an action in itself.
I mean, it's short, cold, mature, and it gets independent.
Yes. Yeah, I think it's right. Is it fourth level or something? Definitely or third or something.
Fourth or sixth, depending on the class.
Yeah. Yeah.
6 for ranger. If I take the space time, I can get it at 4.
Was I able to start the combat with my shield raised?
Yes, you were.
Okay, perfect. So, first thing I'll do is whack on raised shield.
Yeah.
And I shall. Which is the leader type looking guy? Is that this guy over here?
Correct.
That's the
guy with the cloak and the bow.
But I shall. It won't let me through the door for some reason. There we go.
There we go. There he is.
Was first on the initiative tracker. Did we not tell him to run away and hide as soon as possible?
We did, yes.
Oh, yes. Okay, so okay, so I'm going to bring him just below Barristan. In fact, I'm going to bring him just below Corriston because as an NPC, he would go after the player characters. So he will react to Barristan and Corriston's actions.
Very foolishly and bravely charge in.
Oh.
All
right. Go for it.
I have got my shield raised.
Golarion is about to die.
Yeah, absolutely.
Don't forget to close the doors.
You have no idea how badly I am about to die as well. So that's one action I've used. I will then target this fellow here. I think I shall take a swing.
You do realise how low down I am in the tracker.
Yeah, I did. And that's why I'm like, this is going to go really badly.
All right, nice. I am not looking at the right things. So, that's a hit. Roll your attack.
It is, but it's done two-handed again. I don't know why.
No, I don't either.
So, can you change that to one-handed?
Yeah, you can. You can do it in your
Yeah, I know, but it doesn't do anything. I don't know whether Zed can or not. just changed it to two-handed, right?
No, I just changed the grip to one-handed, haven't I?
It says on mine, Barris and Garrett grips their bastard sword two-handed.
There you go.
There you go.
Can now just click on damage, I think I can.
Well, we'll
It's
see
like
what it rolls.
I can do that, but
It doesn't seem to do anything.
still just rolls a d12, so...
Still rolls a d12.
Well, roll the d8 and adjust the damage.
Yeah.
I roll really terribly on this day. Isn't
There
it?
you go.
Okay.
Virtually the same.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So, okay. So let me do this. I will apply the damage, and then I'll take 3 off him. Give him 3 back. Okay. As you rush out of the door, shield raised, sword in one hand. The bandits all kind of like this one here, who's got an armful of furs, just kind of turns and just drops them in surprise as you come rushing. You kind of skirt past him and just swing into the leader's body, causing a deep gash, and he kind of grunts in pain. You've got 1 action left, Barristan.
Am I able to attack non-lethally?
You can absolutely attack non-lethally. Yeah, you just need to tell me you're attacking non-lethal.
I believe I bloodied him up good now, so I shall attack him now non-lethally with a follow-up.
Okay.
Although this will probably miss. Yeah.
And it misses. Critical miss. Oh dear.
Yeah. Who
Still
does that
think.
do?
Don't know. Nothing. It still thinks you're rolling with 2 hands. I need to look at what's going on there, so I will just make a note of that. And figure
Is
out
it
why.
only if you're trying to do a manoeuvre that it's a problem for critical?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, yes, there's a trip. For instance, you probably tripped yourself, for example. Okay, Coruscant, you're up. You've watched as Barristan comes rushing out from the storeroom, the pens, and taken a chunk out of the leader.
Well, action to open the door. And, oh, look, there's a lot of people there. Close
You throw the door open, and you wished you had lightning bolt.
Yeah. Okay. And which one are you engaging? The one at the bottom in green?
Yeah.
This one. He looked like he was the leader of the group because he'd come in on his horse and people doing a lot of the talking.
Okay.
That's kind of what the others look like.
Very cool.
He's got crayons.
There, aren't they? Look, Ollie, are those colours on the arrows different types of arrows, like force arrows?
Hawkeye.
Sadly not.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Craft Avenger.
No, gladly not.
Okay.
Sadly not.
From my... Actually, I want to be... How's that? Oh, I thought it was to the side of the door. Am I to the side of the door there? Can't see where the door is.
It's kind of in the middle.
Yeah, so...
Well, actually, it looks like it's both squares, so...
have I opened a double?
Yeah, I think they're
All
both
right.
double doors.
Then I will have been there.
Yeah. Okay.
So you got a cover.
I only wanted to be at one of them so I could see out, but not open and exposed.
Yeah.
Right. Right. I will open the door and I will quickly. I'll cast Force Bolt
Ooh, exciting.
on the leader as well.
Ooh, take the leader down. You bastards.
I was trying to keep him alive, but I guess a force bolt isn't non-lethal.
It isn't, sadly, non-lethal.
And I won't do that. I will needle dance the guy next to him, not the leader.
Needle gun.
Yeah.
Guy, you know this has been recorded, right?
Maybe you can sort. Oh, interesting. Okay, I have a feeling I know why it doesn't work. The one-handed,
What?
two-handed.
No, okay.
Anyway, carry on. needle darts. You toss a bunch of. Oh, look at that! Critical hit! First spell of the night.
Go off.
All right.
The boss is back.
Roll the damage.
I've got a feeling I know why as well, Zed. I'm going to try and fix it.
Boss is sort of two-handed weapon anyway.
A one or two-handed weapon. I think it's imported as specifically a two-handed.
Yes, and then I bet there's a one-handed option as well. And whilst I think it's a bit shit, I think you have to choose which one you want to use.
I've just pulled in a normal bastard sword and deleted the old one, and I'm hoping that might fix it.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it does.
All right, 9 points of damage. That's a crit, so it is going to take double damage.
Yeah.
And he dies.
But he's also bleeding.
Oh, have I just applied that to the wrong character? Yes, I have.
No, I did it to the other one rather than the leader.
Oh, you took him out. Okay.
Yeah, I'm taking numbers down.
You toss up. Actually, what's interesting is now you've got Jet with you, who can craft his bullets. You've got a permanent supply of metallic orbs and spheres that you can throw in the air. And
Beautiful.
I've got sling bullets on me.
Yeah.
Because they come back to me. So I had one set of sling bullets. And that's the only reason I've got them.
Very good.
So you throw up into the air and then kind of propel these 3 sling bullets straight into the bandit nearest Barristan, and you watch as they just shred into his body and he collapses. That was all actions, yeah? Oleg immediately vacates into the house.
I love that he's left his message.
Ember Ranger. Ember.
Okay. I'm gonna move. Here.
Yep. As you scurry, keeping low, you scurry along the thing. So you do have cover to anything the other side of the palisade. You won't have cover to anything this side of the palisade.
Yeah, so I'll take that off. He's badly injured. Can I target the ones behind the badly injured?
Yeah, of course you can. You're higher than them, so you've got a decent line on them.
Okay, I'm gonna use my hunt prey with my second action.
Okay. Yep.
Which lets me do... Right, okay. Done that. And I would strike him with my longbow.
Okay. Okay, that's going to hit. Roll your damage. Okay.
Wow, nice.
11 damage, and that's this one here, Dart, yeah?
Yeah, that one.
Yeah. All right. Basically, as you scurry along, you kind of knock an arrow. You kind of poke yourself around the edge of the building, so you've got a clear view. You immediately just loose the arrow, and you watch with satisfaction as it sinks into the bandit's chest, and he just kind of looks surprised, and heals over. I believe that's your 3 actions, Dart.
Yep.
So now we go to Gary.
Right, I'm moving.
The fight doesn't appear to be going so bad that you need to toss your alchemist fire.
I think it's the same thing, to be fair. So I'll move to there. Let's have a quick look. Who's alive? So we've got 2 alive still. Take a leaf out of Coristan's book and target the guy next to Barristan. In fact, no, I'll target the unarmed guy here. This one here.
Yeah.
Cast my needle darts.
Hey! Here we go again. Everybody has the same spells.
Well, it's going to make you run. Needle,
I've
needle.
not picked it. I was tempted. But
It's too good not to.
Yeah, it's like magic missile in a dart. It's not. Or need to attack, don't I? There we go.
Yeah, I think the fact that you still need to attack is.
Oh, it's a miss.
No.
On the whole, Livewire works out kind of on par with it as well. Livewire is really good.
It's arcane,
Yeah,
It's a move that's
you
too
can
far.
damage even if you miss.
Yeah, that's my 3 actions up, isn't it?
That was your 3 actions, unfortunately, yes. Okay, so we go to the man with no name, also known as Jet.
Okay, I shall say what I want to do, and then you tell me if it works. I am in a crouched position behind the door. I have seen the commotion going off. I'm going to stand up and at the same time push my arm against the side of the door, pushing it closed.
Yep.
And then I'm going to turn and shout, "Let's have some fun." Draw my pistol and shoot one in the back.
Nice.
Oh, you nasty bastard.
I know, that's what I like to do. So, what do I need to roll?
So, let's start with a couple of things. So, you've got a couple of interesting things about your character. So, first and foremost, there is a trigger when you roll initiative, you can trigger into the fray. You know trouble can lurk around every corner. Your hands never stray far from your holsters. You can interact to draw a one-handed ranged weapon, interact to draw a one-handed melee weapon. That will be part of your initiative. So at this point, as soon as this kicked off, you've basically pulled your sword out, you've pulled your pistol out, you've then put your shoulder into the door, and I'm going to call that one action as you kind of rise up and put your shoulder in. So you have 2 actions left. Now, you can, on your first turn as your very first action, you could stride as a free action towards the enemy. Now, if you're going to put your shoulder into the door, you can't do that because that's not your very first action. But if you think about in future, so the way I've built your character is designed to actually get into melee and fight in melee with your sword and pistol. Which is why you've got this into the fray. So you can't do that. You can't do that this turn because you're closing the door. So you can close your half of the door, rise from prone. Normally,
I will remember for next time.
Yep, and then you can basically.
So I still have 2 actions.
You still have 2 actions. Yep.
So I could stride forward.
You could stride forward up to.
Shoot.
Yep, so your movement, I think, is going to be 25 feet, so you could move up to 25 feet, and then you could shoot.
What's that? Is each 5, isn't it? 5,
Each
10,
is 5, yeah.
15, 20, 25.
Right. Diagonals are different in this to D&D, so the first diagonal is 5, the second... No, that's fine. It calculated it for you anyway, so you could get to where you wanted to go.
15.
You could absolutely get to there for 25. Not there. Sorry.
Where am I
That
going?
was me.
I've disappeared into the building for I'm not going to say that.
Let me move you. You're there.
Right.
Okay. So you can absolutely get to there. The game just calculate the distance, and then you can shoot him. So right-click to target, double-click to target, right-click to target, and then just go to your pistol. Yeah, and just use the first strike option,
which is +9.
Yeah.
So
Jesus.
click on that one. So click on that. Okay.
That looks good.
Beautiful. You get a critical. So now, roll that critical option.
Click on there.
The 2 newbies are doing well tonight.
Yeah, right.
Jesus.
You've made it into a toilet roll.
Raise in the back. In fact, does it come out the other side and just pepper something in the distance with a clang?
Yeah, Barristan.
It's also really good on firearms.
What was that? Sorry,
Fatals are really good on firearms, but also I don't know if you noticed that you didn't roll a 20, but you still got a crit because you exceeded the AC by 10.
Yes.
Yeah. I read chapter 1 today, so I get that. I understand that. I just need to read chapter 9. That's all.
Nice. So basically, as you kind of close the door with your shoulder, you dart across. As you raise your pistol, you just squeeze the trigger. There is a bang as your black powder pistol goes off, and you watch with satisfaction as there is both an entry hole and a rather nice exit hole. And yes, the bullet kind of whizzes past Garin and slams into the wooden side of the storage pen in front of you. And this guy just kind of has a very surprised look on his face as he falls to the floor.
Fantastic stuff.
That's amazing. Nigrok, you're up.
So my movement is marked on my scroll as 35. I don't remember being able to move 35.
You are
That's
mounted.
because you are still mounted, mate. I've got rid
right
of you,
click on
man.
the horse,
Yeah, I've got rid of it now.
Oh yeah, that's a bit more
Yeah,
disappointing.
so you go down to 20 because you're because of your armor.
Okay, gonna move. Oh, hang on. Why can't I move? Oh, because I'm doing the wrong thing. Oh, fuck.
Been a while.
No, it's not that. Move twice. Target
Move twice. Go for it.
And I am gonna trip him.
Ooh,
Nice.
beautiful.
Oh, except I'm probably not.
No. Okay, you sweep. You try and sweep his. Go on.
Hero point.
Hero point. Nice.
Might as well. Oh, balls.
Oh. He tried to sweep his legs, and he kind of just, with a bit of a surprised look on his face, he jumps over, and he seems to be frowning a little bit, unsure about what's going on. Svetlana, at this point, takes the option to rush in and join her hubby. And then it's his go. Oh, what's he going to do?
Boots of RLF.
There are no Thorn River bandits left. There's just Hap.
Where is the woman with the 2 hatchets?
She's not here.
Good call, that actually. Yeah, I didn't think of it. Did we get a name for the woman with the hatchet?
No name. He. Okay,
The
so
woman with
he
no
will
name.
he'll interact to pull out his dagger. He snarls at Barristan, and he just kind of goes, "I'm prepared to die, scum. Are you?" And
Fine
then
by me.
he is going to strike. And he hits you. Meets
Who?
beats. Barristan. So jams his dagger into your just
I am
catches you
going to
across the
block
arm.
that.
Oh, okay. Right.
I've got a
You
reaction, haven't I?
you have, yes. Okay, so I will apply the damage, which means unscathed, your shield completely absorbs the damage that the dagger would take. And then, as his last action, he's going to strike you again. That's interesting. Oh, focus target. Okay, no, he's not, because he chose to use focus target on you. So he is done. So now we go to top of round 2, and we get to Barristan.
Barristan is trying to see. Can Barristan kind of step to the side as an action, and I mean, essentially going to do a trip action on the chap, but I'm going to do so by slamming the bench in between his legs. So I'm going to kind of kick the bench across to try and trip him between his legs.
He will count as off guard to you. So go for it. Go for a trip action.
Action. So do I just click trip?
Yep. Target him. Click trip.
And roll. Not
I
great.
thought you were on a natural 20 then.
I might hero point that. I'm
Go
gonna
for
hero
it.
point that. That's perfect.
Oh yes.
Perfect. Okay.
And with my last action, I would like to level my bastard sword at his chest, and then demand that he yields to justice.
Is he really willing to die?
Is that an intimidate, maybe?
Give me an intimidate roll. Yeah, he is prone. Give me an
Is there like
intimidate.
is it an action? Is it like a coerce or something? Or, I can't remember what it is.
Coerce is out of action, I think.
So what's it called in
Well, there's a demoralised. There's a demoralised.
Demoralised? Maybe it's that.
Yeah, it's that one.
Try demoralise. I don't know whether. Is that maybe if I go to the actions tab and add it, maybe there's a thing there.
There is intimidation.
No, there is a demoralise.
Yeah.
Ability
There it
actions.
is. Yeah, there it is.
Yeah, demoralize is an action.
Yeah.
I will then click on the action, and then I will click intimidate, and then roll. And badly fail that.
Okay. So demoralise would normally give him the frightened condition. So here's what's going to happen. He isn't frightened by you, but for a brief moment, his bravado and his courage and his "I'm harder than everybody" kind of fades, and he just lets the dagger fall out of his hand, and he kind of sits himself up to kind of on his arse and just puts his hands up and goes, "All right, you've got me."
It's a fair
Does anybody else want to do anything before I drop us out of combat?
I'm going to
Yes,
run over
I'd
and
like
stab
to-
him in the head.
Shoot him in the face.
Yes.
Double move over towards the gates and start to close them.
Yeah, I was
Okay.
can I turn round and go to the gate and see what's
You
outside?
can absolutely do that. And the pair of you can basically slam the bar over the gate as well. And let's drop out of combat at that point. So we'll do that. And I will give you a little bit of XP.
That.
Wow, that went way better than I thought it was. I thought it was going to be on my ass.
Well done, everybody. Well done.
Weed.
Thank you for the backup, guys.
Yeah, well done, newbies.
Yeah.
He kind of looks up at Barristan, with Barristan with your bastard sword kind of pointing kind of at his neck and upper chest region. And he blinks a couple of times.
I will kick away his
Well.
dagger.
Wasn't expecting that.
What's the plan?
I mean, he needs to tell us where he's come from, right? Where they're based from.
You know what's really interesting? As long as one of his flunkies could see him, he would fight to the death.
Well, that was rather useful that we perfectly murdered all of those guys. Huh?
You perfectly murdered his flunkies, which meant he wasn't going to sacrifice himself.
Can I do something?
Yeah, of course you can, Jack.
If you don't mind. I'd like to walk up to behind this guy and kneel down behind him.
Yeah.
I'd like to caress his cheek with the hot end of my pistol.
It's not that kind of game.
Right. And say, I hope you're going to talk. You better talk. And then I'll stand and walk away.
I thought
Jesus Christ.
I thought you stood next to Coriston, man.
Jet's turning into the uber bad guy of the party already. In about 7 levels time, the party actually realised the BBG's not out there.
Yeah, and with a flourish, I shall walk up and use my lute and say, "The man with a name, he has no shame."
I love it.
Well, I guess it's time to get some information. If you want justice to smile upon you, I suggest you share what you know. First, I'd know your name.
My name's Haps Biden.
Hap Biden.
Haps Biden. Happs Biden. Bydon. I'm second in command to the Thorn River Bandits. I've been hoping that I could demonstrate to the boss that I was worthy of a promotion.
Oh, yeah,
Guess that's not gonna. God, I guess that's not gonna happen now. But still, doesn't solve your problem. You might have stopped me from taking stuff, but Cressel, she'll be here sooner than later.
Is that Questle?
Cressel.
Cressel, sorry.
Kressle.
Well, why is she going to come up?
Well, she owns all this land around here, and she collects her taxes.
Not anymore, she
The
doesn't.
what bandits?
The Thorn River Bandits.
What's her name?
Her name's Cressel.
Cressel, thank you.
So she only runs this part. You want the real boss, don't you?
Aye.
Perhaps.
But
Who's the real
he's-
boss?
if I own this land and collects taxes, you mean extorts this land and its people. That's what you mean, surely.
Well, maybe. Maybe to you, but to us it's a way of life, innit?
We're looking to rule this land and bring order to it. And people like you are in our way.
You haven't been the first, you won't be the last. People have
beg to
tried
differ.
it, they've failed.
They tried and failed.
They tried and died! I'm interested in the fact that he's second in command and he's open for promotion.
Yeah, I caught that as well.
Yeah.
So second in command of these bandits. Cressel
True.
is the commander of that the river. Sorry.
Yeah, so
Thorn
he's second
River.
in command of the Thorn River Bandit Camp.
Right.
Cressel is the leader of the Thorn River Bandit Camp. The Thorn River Bandit Camp answers to another bandit lord called the Stag Lord.
Ah, the Stag Lord.
Right.
So the Stag Lord is like he's like a mob boss, and these are the like mob groups
Yeah.
that we're looking for. How many other? How big a area does the Stag Lord control?
Oh, that's a good question.
I have noticed that on these minions there are Stag Lord amulets.
Correct.
So around through their pockets is...
Yes, and each of them does have an amulet. So it depicts an open-faced helmet made from the skull of a fanged predator, with antlers extending from the top of the helmet down either side.
I think we should start collecting those. They could be useful.
If anybody has society, as Nagruk is pulling these off and showing them around, feel free to give me a roll. Well, the boss, he covers the land from here down to Tuskwater.
Let's have a look.
Blind or
No, just roll. It doesn't need to be blind.
Society. Oh, I see. Right, okay.
need my dice as well.
Basically, it tells you that he owns the land between the Rossland hinterlands, where you are now, south down to Tuskwater. Between the Canelands and so I'll just pull everybody back to the main map for a second. So essentially, where you are up here is the hinterlands. He explains that he claims to rule the land from the river,
Or north of the river.
to the east of the river, that's to the east of you, all the way down to the Tuskwater, which is the lake area you can see to the south of you.
Mhm.
and then to the west, as far through the green belt up to the edge of the Gnarl Marshes.
Okay.
Oh wow. Okay.
So that's all the area.
Can people see like names of these things? I can't.
No,
There are no names that you can see, unfortunately. So this is the Tuskwater down here.
Yeah.
The Gnarl Marches is like there, sort of a line of hexes along here. So east, north, south, east. Yeah, east of this river here, west of this river, and down to the edge of the Tuskwater, and up as far as here.
So like this kind of area, or a bit
Yeah.
more?
A bit more than that, but yeah.
Wow, that's a big chunk.
It is a big chunk. It's several.
But he's got bandit
several-
camps working for him, right? Sounds of it, hasn't he?
Correct. Yeah. Yeah. And
So
they
yeah,
are
mob
just
boss.
one of them. When you kind of ask him, he'll tell you that he's never seen the Stag Lord without his helmet on. Rumors say he doesn't have a face. He says that he thinks that the Stag Lord's helm is his face. He also tells you that there is a master password of sorts. They don't really know how many camps there are, nor how many bandits in total report to the Stag Lord. But there is a master password which he says is currently by the bloody bones of St. Gilmorg.
And how long does that last for?
So it's by the bloody bones of St. Gilmorg, who wants to know? That's the password. And he has no idea how long it lasts for. Generally until the Stag Lord decides to change it.
Okay. Even so, I mean that word might take a while to spread around anyway. So,
Yeah.
so provided we don't use it too often and get a rep, probably might be able to use that for a bit to infiltrate some group or another.
Yeah, to get into somewhere, definitely.
Sort of slightly conferring away from the rest of the guys. I'm saying, well, first of all, we ought to take out this group of bandits. So maybe we need to find out where the river. Can't remember
Thorn River bandits.
Thorn River bandits are. But do we also know where the Stag Lord operates from? It'd be good to know at least where his main.
Tells you that the Stag Lord has a fortress on the northern shores of the Tuskwater. So essentially, that is exactly where whoever pinged that hex, that's the exact hex. Yeah. And he will tell you that the Thorn River Bandit camp is somewhere here.
Well, I think we should head to the bandit camp first.
Somewhere where? Sorry?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, I would agree with that. Start small and work up.
And what are we going to do with this dickhead?
Well, if we cause him enough trouble, he might come out to find us. We might be able to lay another ambush. Because this guy sounds like he could be quite a handful. Certainly, if he's got enough bandits in that large an area, they must fear him. Or he pays really well. That's a good question, actually. Do you pay tribute to the Stag Lord, or does the Stag Lord pay you?
We pay tribute to the Stag Lord. He takes 40% of everything we take. Seems like a good deal for the protection he gives us.
And depending on your income, that's not a bad rate of tax, to be honest.
Does anybody else think that this is a huge dinosaur footprint?
Yes.
That's all right.
What's a huge dinosaur footprint?
It's the first thing I thought, Medi.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
all right then. Thank you. That is the big boss.
So he's told us where his camp is, which is over here somewhere. Oh. Do we think he's been truthful?
Well, let's go find out.
The question is what we're going to do with him. Now he's got
Well,
Make
there's only one thing to
perception
do with him. The charter says so.
Was he truthful? Can we make perceptions against deception?
Yeah, give me perception roll against his deception. Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, I'll have some of that.
I'll put you back onto the back onto the trading camp map. But yeah, give me, because then I can easily get to his stats as well. So his deception is going to be pretty average. Oh dear.
Oh dear, I rolled very well there.
Don't start yawning, Zed, please.
No, sorry, I shouldn't have done. I should have at least covered my mouth when I yawned. That's very rude of me. I'm still. I don't know whether I'm not well, as in I came back from Vegas with something, or I'm still a little bit jet lagged, because I get to this time of night at the moment and I'm just struggling to stay awake. Garin, Barriston, and Nagruk, you are absolutely convinced that he's telling the truth, 100%. Man with no name, Jet and Coriston, you are ambivalent to whether he's telling the truth or not.
Okay.
Jet, you did roll a very good society roll, so I just want to tell you what that gives you. The Stag Lord has risen to prominence over the last year or so, and he is rumoured to hold the whole of the stolen lands in his palm. What did you roll? A 20? Yeah, you've heard that he is gathering smaller groups of bandits to his cause. Those who join him are awarded the amulets.
What they're made of? Yeah.
They are just them. They're sort of probably pewter. Are they?
They're worth 3
I
gold.
will.
Oh no, they're silver. They're actually made of silver.
I'll pass on this information to the rest of the party.
No problem.
Why, thank you, stranger.
Perhaps if we ever go back to Rostov anytime soon, it might be worth informing Lady Jimandi. Damn it.
Jimandi.
Can I
Yeah,
actually,
she's in
Aldori.
I want to ask Oleg something.
Yeah, sure. What do you want to ask him?
Can we loot these bandits? Take them.
Yeah, he doesn't care.
Can we
He sort of
sell
says,
him- can we
he
sell
says,
stuff to him?
no. In this instance, so he explains to you that he'll happily buy anything from you that you bring in from the fort, but he says it would be a little bit cheeky for you to loot these bodies and sell them to him. What he would prefer, though, is that if you left these items with him that are on the bodies, he will give you a small cut of anything he sells.
Ah.
That's
Well,
fair.
take the amulets anyway.
Or any of these items he sells.
Right, I was about to say, yeah, these items.
Yeah.
I have no idea what's in the bodies. I'll let you guys sort out what's what.
I think we need to take these amulets. They might be useful.
I
to
definitely take the amulets.
Infiltration.
Okay, so just drag the amulets, however many there are, onto your party sheet.
Are they wearing any
I think they're
distinctive
swinging that.
clothing or markings?
They are just random armor and weapons. It's just average stuff.
Bit
The only
regular.
thing that's distinctive and that's common across all 4 of them would be the amulet. There are 4 horses, by the way, so you absolutely have 4 more horses for those of you who don't have horses.
Lovely.
No.
Just stick them in there. And again, if you don't wish to take them, then Oleg will happily take them, and if he happens to sell them or use them for horse meat, he will give you a treat.
I was
Nom,
gonna
nom,
offer-
nom.
I was going to offer a
Nom, nom.
discount selling them, Zed, not the price.
Meat's back on the menu, boys.
Thank you for your assistance and being truthful with us.
Stabby.
He looks at you, and then
No,
you
we
give him a
must
stab.
not stab this man.
What the fuck are we going to do with him? We can't leave him here. We'll just go back and report.
We follow the letter of the law. The
we lock him
the
in?
punishment for this crime is to be hung.
Can't we lock him in a storage trap or something?
No.
no.
I think
Barrister's starting
Barrister's
to
got the
get
right
roped
idea. Yes, he's doing that little knot thing.
I'm sure
Right.
that your truthfulness will be weighed against your soul. I appreciate it.
He looks at you a little bit surprised.
What, you thought that the threatening, killing, stealing property would go unpunished?
I will list off the things that he said and his men said what he would do to Svetlana and Oleg.
Exactly that. Yeah.
Just bear in mind, the actual charter says the punishment for unrepentant banditry remains as always execution by sword or rope. He is not repentant.
Perfect.
Oh, so I can stick a sword through his head.
And
You
Shaylin will thank you for it.
Barristan wants to see him kick.
Yeah, 100%.
You can clean up the piss.
Well, we're hanging him outside.
We're hanging him
That's
outside
true,
the
we're outside
walls,
that,
as
yeah.
Oleg requested.
Yep. Parapet, tie it off and drop him.
Up the side,
I
at the
can
side of
offer
the
some last
gate.
rites if you would wish.
And swing his friends over the parapet as well. So that
And Barristan just punches him in the face. There's the first right.
Here's the left.
You know me too well.
I like the fact that Barristan is so clinical about this. There's no sort of like.
Barrister's absolutely taking no pleasure in this. He's absolutely not.
Yep. It's like
as much as
data
I'm laughing, but
motion.
Okay.
I will offer him, spiritual succor should he wish it.
He will take it. He will absolutely take the spiritual succor. We all know that that's what
Yes.
priests like to do.
Yes. One less tug of the pipe.
So, as the sun sets, you stand in the rain, watching the last dance of Haps Biden as he dances. Where are you going to hang him from?
I will ask Oleg and Svetlana which side of the
Decorations.
south-facing
Which side
wall
of the
would
gate,
they
yeah.
like them to hang.
They would like them hung on the outside of the parapet.
I wouldn't want it
facing
inside.
out.
It's, yeah.
2 meters
Facing
apart with
outwards. So he
little
wants them on the
floral.
southern wall.
Yeah. And they want a shrubbery just below it.
Yeah. So you basically you watch with grim, I would say grim satisfaction. As a job.
I
Righteous
will
justice.
make sure the drop is high enough and the rope is short enough.
Yeah, the drop is that's fine, and there is the cracking
Oh,
of
that's
neck and
awful.
the slight dance for a couple of minutes, and then the body goes limp.
There's short rope, it won't crack. He'll just like drop a little bit and then he'll hang there dangling like and
Alright,
dancing
we can
like.
hang off his legs and
Not when Barristan jumps onto his waist.
Do the river dance.
So as night sets, you have dealt with the initial bandit attack on Oleg's.
I do believe that a nice meal is in order.
You may take a long rest. Jet, I think at this point you can absolutely do your... Well, actually, no, it's during daily preparation. So if everybody takes a long rest, we'll advance you to the following day.
Okay. Where do I click on the sleep thing?
There's a little bed before you hit maximum hit points on your main screen.
Max it. Oh, I see. Gotcha. Thank
Yeah.
you. Yeah.
Just hit your little bed. Now, again, unlike D&D, you do not restore full hit points. Not that any of you are injured, because you were very clinical in that fight. So you only recover a certain amount of hit points with a normal rest. You have to take an extended rest, like over a week, to get more back, or people have to stitch you up, use risky surgery, etc., or magic.
Oh,
So I'm
right.
just gonna
yes, I
fast
have to use.
forward.
That's right, Zed. I have to use risky surgery.
Yeah.
There's no choice.
Because Barris
So-
is sick.
It continues to be rainy the following day. Calistril. It is actually winter, so you're going to be in for a bit of a shit couple of months, I think, in terms of the weather. It's rainy. It's not cold as such, but it is. It is. It is not great weather. At this point, Jet and anybody else who wants to do daily preparations, by all means do your daily preparations. So what that means, Jet, is if you want to do any of your crafting for the day, as we've done previously, you may go through that. Barristan, you're injured. Did anybody want to heal Barristan? Oh no, that's him. He's dead.
He's dead.
No, I forgot to kill him.
dead.
Are we going to use this place as a base of operations then?
I accidentally hung myself.
Yeah. Free.
I don't know what that does.
I like that guy. That's good.
So are we going to use this place as a base of operations or something then?
No, we're going to push on and sort out bandits.
Yeah, I know, but we can use this.
Initially, yes, we can come and trade here and rest here, no doubt, with a bit of safety. But this is Oleg and Svetlana's.
It's not our place.
They've got a charter, didn't they? So
this is their
holding.
Yeah,
It's called a trading post, so therefore they trade.
Yeah,
that's true.
And Oleg said he will purchase things off of us and
anything we find out there, they'll buy stuff off us, but they're not going to buy stuff off us that was just taken off the dead bodies in their own courtyard.
I never said that we were going to.
No, I'm just saying. Sorry.
So, can we move stuff into the party stash, Dad? In terms of the stag lord amulets?
Yeah, you can move things into the party stash. Yep.
Does anybody need any rations, and would Oleg and Svetlana be able to provide?
They will, absolutely. So Oleg and Svetlana will do the following. Anything that is a common weapon, armor, or gear is considered available to you from Oleg's, and they will provide it to you at a 20% discount.
Very nice.
That's really good of them.
You may use the trading post as a base of operations to answer Ember's question. They will not charge you for that.
Oh, that's good.
Nice.
Fantastic.
And normally when you sell to them, anything you sell to them is normally at 50%. They will buy at 75%.
Very nice.
That'll
Were
there 4 Stag Lord amulets?
There were 4 Stag Lord amulets, yes. 4 Stag Lord amulets, 4 horses. All the horses are in the stable at the moment.
Does anyone need a horse?
Didn't Oleg have some horses though?
Yeah, they horse.
Well, that's the question. I have a horse and cart. I don't need a horse.
You have a horse and cart, yeah. So you're currently the equivalent of the party bag of holding.
Yeah, indeed.
Just remember, though, you tend to carry 3/4 or so of the weight of your cart in food and other things to keep the horses for the group alive.
That's right, like tents and things.
Yeah, so you don't have a huge amount of spare space.
No.
I thought of a brilliant idea. You know that whole horse goblin problem thing we had? I could just sit in the back of the cart if I was a goblin.
Well, I did say I'd put you in a box with a chair, but, let's not go over that again.
Put a blanket over him.
Yeah.
The only problem with the goblin, though, is that goblin is going to run into a problem with the other characters around the world.
Yeah, and it was also his spell.
Not really, if you read the description.
But that's in the past. Let's not worry about it.
Yeah, I know. I was just thinking.
Okay. You may add 12 gold pieces to the party treasure. So Oleg hands you over 12 gold pieces. Also hands you over
a plus 12 Vorpal sword.
No, hands you over. I'll put these into the party stash. 2 potions of lesser healing, so you're now up to 6 in the party.
Already added the gold, said, by the way, so apologies.
Yeah. No, that's fine. He hands you that. A lesser antidote. An anti-plague. Why he's got one of those, I don't know, but there you go.
COVID
Why
and
do
all
we
that.
need it?
That's for the knob rot.
Yeah, start.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's exactly what he gives you. As a way of thank you for dealing with the bandits and at least keeping their current batch of furs, etc., to allow them to sell and trade with people that are coming in.
Can I just check the XP because I didn't have that? Was it 736? 676 you said originally. Should be on-
Correct, yes.
So we're on
So you're all
736.
736, yeah.
Yeah, cool.
Okay. When you're ready to leave, we will go back to proper exploration. So we will do exploration as you make your way down to the Thorn River Bandit Camp. I just need to remind myself how this works. So you can choose whatever route you want to get there. That's not a problem.
What I would
So
suggest...
I think.
Sorry.
Go on. Sorry.
What was just
No,
is
go for
4 people take the stag amulets and put them on themselves.
Hey guys, did you want to take the rations off these bandits? Because you left them on there.
Oh, that's why I was asking Zed whether we needed rations or.
Yeah, you will do. You need to be able to survive as you go out into the land, especially when we start to do the exploration stuff. And given you don't technically have a druid anymore that can give you your food easily.
In your face, guy.
I've added a couple of pouches of rations then to the party.
Cool. Not a problem. Anybody want to do anything else at Oleg's?
I'd just like to talk to them, make sure they're happy with what happened, and apologise for making a bit of a mess. And
they took her wedding ring. Was that on any of the bodies?
Oh, that's a good point. No, I didn't see her wedding ring.
I think the woman took it. Didn't give it to the woman.
It's something we will say we'll keep an eye out should we find it on
Oh,
the event.
definitely.
It's on my quest log. Svetlana's wedding ring.
Yes.
Ring.
Okay, so
Is it
that
in
is
yellow?
absolutely spot on. Yeah.
Could you describe it in any particular detail? I'm assuming.
Yeah,
she'll
give you a description to make it fairly obvious as to what it is and what it looks like. So you know what you're looking for in that situation.
It's a gold ring with engraving of Olaf's bitch on the inside.
The following morning, as you kind of come to and you kind of go and meet for breakfast and start talking about next steps, you do get the sense that Oleg and Svetlana are concerned that Kressel may retaliate. And if not Kressel, perhaps eventually, as word travels southwards, maybe the Stag Lord himself. And so they are happy to hear you talking around the morning breakfast food.
The first thing we're going to do is remove the bandits who have been plaguing you. So if that doesn't at least send a message that there are travellers in these realms that are going to tackle them, then I don't know what else will.
And also, we will be coming back at a regular basis to make sure you're okay.
We are very grateful for that. She kind of sits at the thing. I'm trying to look for it in the book. I wonder if I may ask another favour of you. I hope it won't be too onerous, and so do I, because I can't freaking find a bloody page. Oh no, it's here, isn't it?
I need 27 blueberries.
A shrubbery.
Yes.
Would you? Let me just double check something. I want to see which one they're gonna.
72 pigskins.
Oh, fuck.
Could you find me 27 bandit hearts?
Yes.
Some fine sand suitable for rituals, and 6 black candles.
And a red
No,
bandana.
actually, she says, would you be prepared? She says, Oleg disappears, and while he's in the storeroom pulling out the potions and things for you, she says, "My husband has been very under a lot of stress with this bandit problem recently. I would love to be able to cook him his favourite meal, moonradish soup, to help him relax. The closest moonradish patch grows about 16 miles south of the trading post. I haven't been able to visit the site in months. Would you be so kind as to bring a basket of moonradishes back on your way back? I can pay you a small amount of money if you do so."
I look a little bit critically. We are heading south.
Yes.
Perhaps we can, if we come across some.
Do they
That
grow
would
in a
be-
specific location?
16
Oh
miles.
yes, if you head directly south from where you are,
Was it 16 miles?
it's about 16 miles. Yes, it's one hex.
In Dragon Death Mountain.
Yeah, I mean that's a good woman. That is. She's willing to walk 16 miles just to get you some radish.
It's for a man, though, isn't it?
My missus wouldn't do that.
Have you tried?
I haven't.
Different days.
Different days.
It's a different time. Yeah.
Romance has died, clearly.
Romance has died.
Cardiac capacity's died.
Yeah. So effectively, it is this location here. So she gives you some directions and sort of kind of sketches out a little bit of map. She explains that it's within the forest.
But effectively, this hex would need exploring.
You would need to explore that hex to find the radish patch. Yes.
Has she tried it Uber Eats?
In the interest of building good relations in these lands, then I think we should give it a try.
Indeed.
I've got Law of Forest, by the way.
There you go.
What burgeoning kingdom or realm doesn't need active, friendly traders?
And moonradish.
And
I
moonradish.
had an idea. You know there's leather armour on these bandits' head.
Yep.
Can I use my crafting skill to build some barding for my wolf?
If you buy the leather armor back off Oleg, absolutely.
Okay. So how much do I need?
6 gold pieces. Well, how much is it? 10 gold for the barding?
Yeah, and it's 3 gold for one.
You need 5 gold pieces worth of leather, and then either more leather or some time crafting. Is it downtime crafting?
Yeah.
You'd need downtime crafting again. We don't really have downtime crafting time at the moment. I understand you're desperate for your barding. You either have to find somewhere to.
I'm just.
You just want it.
I just had an idea, that's all.
Yeah, no, and I understand why you want it, and I'm not being difficult in not giving you it. You just don't have downtime at the moment. Okay. Once you finish the bandits and saving Oleg's trading, and you go back to Restov to say, I've done my thing, we've fulfilled our charter, I can give you a week's downtime. You would have hopefully got yourself to maybe 2 or 3 levels higher and be in a position to spend a load more money, right? So if you can just hang on, don't kill your wolf for maybe 2 or 3 more levels.
I was going to say,
you should be
doing anything, to be honest.
You should be in a position to do exactly what you want and get what you want. If in the meantime you discover the barding somehow, and I don't know if you will or you won't, you're more than welcome to have it. So I guess then the next step is you're going to travel southwards through the forest in a sort of an almost direct route to where you believe the Thorn River Bandit camp is. Is that correct?
Indeed, I think so. Is everybody okay with that?
Yeah.
All right. So we're going to call it a night there because I need to reread the exploration rules and I need to prep for next week. Guy won't be with us next week. Nigruk is going to undertake a transformation, which I'll work on with Guy whilst he's here and then not here. And then we will return well, we will return next week, and Guy will be with us the week after. Anybody else not likely to be here next week?
I think I'm good for next week, but I might not be for the 6th.
Oh, so
No
what,
worries.
Meat Shield next week and Meat Shield the week after.
Is Nagrut getting some lip fillers and stuff?
Yeah, Nagrut getting some lip fillers, a boob job, and a few other things.
So how would my law in forest work with on the hex with the forest?
I would give you a bonus when you start to map the forest out.
Okay.
So the first step that you'll do, obviously, is you would, as a group, you will make a travel move to get yourself into that hex. In order to find the radishes, you will need to reconnoiter the map, to the location, and then I think I think when you reconnoiter, anything that is a common thing, you find, and anything that's not common, then it requires you to map. And make some successful rolls. So I think...
Do you use skills for it, like survival or anything like that?
Correct, yeah. When
so
you get to reconnoitering and stuff like that, it's
law skills have normally got a lower DC than an actual skill. So you could probably substitute
Forest law.
forest law for survival if you were scouting in the forest.
Both and nature as well.
Yeah.
That's good. At least someone does, because, yeah.
But you can answer the question, the best shit in the woods.
No.
Yeah, absolutely. So I hope tonight's little intro was a welcome return to the game, everybody. I enjoyed myself.
Fantastic. Thank you very much. I did too.
Yes, thank you very much. Enjoyed it. Thank you.
And welcome back, Jet, and welcome back, Sorentor.
Yeah, great to have you guys on.
Yeah, glad you guys are back.
Huzzah!
Huzzah!
Bizarre.
And just as a reminder, I am going to log this because I certainly know that Sorentar's interested, and I will be logging this under Pathfinder Society. The first log will be at level 4, where you'll get the first chronicle sheet for the game. Anybody who then wants to log it against a Pathfinder character can absolutely do that.
Okay.
Awesomeness.
I haven't even read anything about the
It doesn't matter. You don't need to do it, Dart. The option will be presented to you and given to you to do it.
Okay.
Thank you very much, Dad. That was brilliant.
No worries.
Awesome. Thank you.
That was fun.
Cool. Cheers, buddy. That was good.
Yeah.
Enjoyed that.
Have a good one. Excellent.
Thanks.